Daily Bread podcast. Once again, welcome. I'm Aaron Smith, your financial design coach. Once again, always excited about sharing strategies that will allow you to build on your wealth. If you're just tuning in, if you're just seeing us for the first time, this podcast is all about the topic of money. It's a conversation that we rarely ever have in the Black community. That's right. We don't talk about wealth building strategies in a way that allows you to be able to be successful in your personal finances. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to have a conversation with you for the next 45 minutes or so. And we're going to talk about you make six figures. You're a six-figure earner. You're making 150K, 200, 300K plus per year. However, you're still feeling stressed about money. Could you imagine that? Ever that you will be able to make the type of income that you're making, six figures, and every single day you still feel stressed about money? Let's have this conversation. And I think this is so important that we talk about this because life is more than just money, right? Living your best life is not about being stressed over money. Living your best life is to have the utmost comfortability in your health, uh, in your spiritual life, uh, in your family dynamics. Right. This is what living your best life is. And you're going to tell me, you high income earners, that you're not able to live your best life. You're stressed. And you're actually making in the upwards of 18% of the individuals in this country. 18%. If you earn 100K per year or greater, you're in the top 18% of income earners. And certainly if you live in LA, for example, or Washington, D.C., or in New York City or New York, of course, 100K is not going to take you far. But the bottom line here is that if you're in those areas, you're probably making even greater than 100K per year. So I am having this conversation this evening with you who are earning between 150K up to 500K per year, and you are still not where you want to be financially. But worse than that, you're actually stressed over money. So it's got to stop because you deserve better. You absolutely deserve better than to be stressed because you are a high income earner and you are in the top 18% if you earn 100K or greater. If you earn 200K or greater, you're in the top 8% of income earners in this country. So, Aaron, how do we have this conversation? How do we fix this? Well, let me start here. First of all, we want to recognize that we are in a system, and the system is doing what it does, right? I've heard of a lot of individuals over the years say, this system is broken. Well, maybe it is. But in reality, it's actually doing what it was designed to do. And part of that system is our economic system, understanding our economic system. And it doesn't matter your degrees that you have earned. It doesn't matter the certification or designations or professional degrees that you have, if you don't understand our economic system, it will be likely that you will be stressed even though you're earning 150K or greater. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to start thinking about how does our economic system works, and how can I, as a high income earner, take advantage of this economic system. Now, certainly the economic system in its basic form, is built around our banking system, our Federal Reserve Bank. It's built around that. It's built on capitalism, being able to produce a product for this amount, being able to sell it for this amount, which is the profit. And it's built around having people like me and you as employees who work for these organizations and companies to provide a service, to sell product for higher or greater than what we truly paid for it. That's our basic economic system. But we really don't understand how it works. We don't understand how the Federal Reserve Bank works, why interest rates go up or why interest rates go down, or truly why the unemployment rate goes up and why it goes down. We don't really understand that. And because we don't understand our economic system, that's at a disadvantage when it comes to building on our wealth. So one thing that I learned over the 32 years that I've been doing financial planning and coaching and advising is that our economic system is connected to every system that we have, whether it's the judicial system, whether it's the educational system, even the employment system, right? And even in our spirituality or our religion. It's all connected. So I'm going to share with you this evening what I have been able to witness and what I see of doing this for quite a while now and having relationships and conversations with individuals who are high income earners and helping them move to the next level financially and putting them in a position where they don't have to stress over their money. And the first thing that you absolutely want to make a note of, and I hope that you have something to write with and something to write on as I share with you this evening, is the first thing that is so important. And I will tell you, this is the journey that I took. This is the journey that I took, and not stood and took this journey that I was able to build tremendous wealth for myself and my family. But it took me a while to really learn what does it take to be able to understand the economic system, to create high income, but to be in a position where you can win emotionally, financially, but also under your value system and not be stressed. Because, Aaron, you deserve better than that. And that thing that was so important for me that triggered me, and I see it with so many high income earners, if they start to think about how to manage this process, they can move forward and relieve themselves of the stress. And what that is first of all, is that you have to love yourself. See, not until I start to really truly love myself, look at who I am, love myself, not caring what others thought about me or felt about me, whether it was my colleagues or my friends, even my family members, not caring what they thought about me. Once I started to think about me being selfish, me loving me, not and hating on me, enjoying me, that's when I start to take off and building my wealth. And that's when my high income started to feel, I felt the success of going to school and creating all these new ideas and knowledge and building wisdom. And it became respectful to me because I started to learn to love myself and not hate myself. That's the first step to building wealth, you all. No matter how much we talk about stocks and bonds and real estate and all those things, yes, those are the vehicles that we use to get to where we want to go financially. Those are the vehicles. But those vehicles don't work well if we don't love ourselves first. And when we love ourselves first, and we're not caring about what other people think about us, and we start to think selfish, because you can't help others until you help yourself. So you have to have some sense of being selfish about who you are. Then you're going to start to take off financially, and you're not going to be stressed out. That's where it starts. So let me share with you some things that I have seen that have been challenging to high income earners. That's what those of you who are making 150K plus, that have been devastating to your ability to get to the next level financially, and in many times have devastated even you personally and or someone in your family. These are some of the medical challenges that I see being stressed over your money, especially when you're making a high income. I've seen individuals have cardiovascular issues, high blood pressure, that's causing these cardiovascular issues, all because of money. The digestive system, a big one. I have seen individuals, we communicate, we talk, and have had digestive system issues because they were stressed over their money, their income. Their income didn't, in their opinion, take them as far as they thought it should have taken them during the course of a month. So every month they felt that they were robbing Peter to pay Paul with some substantial income. And it was causing health issues. Their immune system was challenged because of money. Because of money. I've witnessed individuals be irritable, very irritable. And I may be talking to you that you're a high income earner and you're stressed out. You don't know how to solve it. And the more you earn, the more stress you have. And the more stress that you're having, the more medical issues that are occurring within you. How about being in a state of anxiety or depression? Mhm. These are real. These are real. And they're connected to money. That's right. They're connected to money. And you don't get rid of them because you make more money. More money is not going to free you of the stress. I'm going to get you some things that's going to help you. In just a moment, I'm going to get there. But making more money is not going to be one of them. Because first of all, as I said before, you have to begin to love yourself. You have to love yourself. And as you start to develop that love for yourself, understanding of yourself, enjoyment of yourself, not hating on yourself, that high income that you're earning is going to turn into tremendous wealth, and it's going to give you peace of mind. It's going to allow you to be comfortable. You're going to become what? Stress-free, worry-free, maintain your independence, peace of mind, Hmm. Right? Good health. Hmm. That's where it's going to go. When you get this thing down, that's where it's going to go. Hmm. So you're going to be able to even improve and build on your value system. And your value system is way more important than any amount of money that you have in income or in your bank account. Okay. But we first have to recognize that we're having that stress problem over money as a high income earner, and mostly because we don't really truly love ourselves. So let's go there. Let's talk about this thing. There are reasons why individuals are having challenges uh, as a high income earner. Certainly, living in a high cost area can have its challenges. As I said before, living in the city of LA or living in New York City could be very challenging, even though you make a great salary, right? Because it takes you less far as it would if you were to live in, let's say, Biloxi, Mississippi, right? So understand it's still relevant. The income is still going to be relevant to where you live. And the fact still remains is that you earn six figures or more. Or more, right? Because some of you are earning eight figures. Is also the fact still remains is that if you're making over 100K a year, you're in the top 18%. And if you're making over 250K a year, or 200K a year, I should say, you're in the top 8%, 9% of individuals. So there's no reason you should be stressing over money. Here's one of the reasons why you are: lifestyle inflation. Every time that you make more money or earn more money, you buy more expensive stuff. You've heard of inflation. Inflation is the cost of living going up. When I first bought my first home back in 1989, first home, that home was cost me 63,000. 63,000 for that first home. Today that home is worth 340,000 today. I looked it up on Zillow. It's worth 340,000. The same house that I bought over 30 plus years ago at 63,000. That's what inflation is. That's what inflation is. Well, you can even build your own inflation within your household. By every time that you are earning more income, you're buying more expensive, high cost product, right? Designer clothes, bigger, finer, exotic cars, even the biggest house in the neighborhood. That's called lifestyle inflation. And I would tell you, lifestyle inflation would automatically catch up with you and it will stress you. It would absolutely stress you. How does that connect to loving yourself? How does that connect to loving yourself? See, if you love yourself, you would not put yourself in a situation where you're going to be stressed over money because you're buying these high expensive products. Well, what about social comparison? You're in a social group and you believe, or there are for a fact people in your group who have uh, lived this lifestyle, whether it's inflation in their household or not. They live this lifestyle, and because you're part of the social group, you feel that you have to be connected in that group. And one way that you feel that you have to be connected in a group is that you have to dine at the same restaurants that they dine at. You have to wear the same type of shoes or clothing that they wear. You have to drive the same type of cars that they have. You have to fly maybe first class like they do. What this is nothing more than social comparison. And social comparison will absolutely stress you out. And the longer you stay stressed about your money, the more illness that will come towards you. It's natural. More stress, more illness. Less stress, less illness. Let's go forward. There's some other reasons why. One of the deadly killers of love yourself, of building wealth in a way that you don't stress, is debt obligations. And I'm going to stay here for just 1 second. Part of the debt system that we're involved in has a lot to do with our economic system. Our economic system is built on money, banks, financial institutions. And one way that banks make money, they improve on their profit margin, is they lend money to you. They lend money to you. And when they lend money to you, they're going to lend it to you and get more of a return on that money from lending it to you. And because they lend it to you, you have to pay it back. When you pay it back, it's cash flow from your income. It's causing your standard of living to be reduced because that money is going to the debt obligation that you have. You've actually paid for money. You bought money. Whenever you have debt, no matter whether it's a credit card, personal loan, student loan, mortgage, whatever it is, could be even be a business loan, you have bought money. It costs you. And it's costing you your cash flow, and that cash flow is eating against your high earning income, and it's costing you the stress. And you have no strategy or game plan on how to rid the debt or to get rid of the debt. Or just the opposite, you believe that that's the way it should be. That I'm going to always have debt if I need to buy something. Once again, lifestyle inflation. I'm going to use debt to solve my lifestyle inflation, right? I'm going to use the debt to solve my social comparison, right? Right. I'm using debt. Why? Because my high income is not taking me far enough. So I'm actually living someone else's dream. At the same time, I'm living someone else's dream. I'm allowing finance companies and the American economic system to become wealthy off of me. And I become a slave to the debtor because I'm a creditor. And it's mounting month after month after month. And it's stressing you out. It's stressing you out. And you're having digestive system issues because it's stressing you out. Your immune system is being challenged because it's stressing you out. You have built a sense of anxiety and or depression because it's stressing you out. There's another reason. Job obligations. So, Aaron, you're working for ABC company, you're making great salary, but you got all this responsibility added to all the other responsibilities that you have in your life outside of your employment. You've added on your employment, and many times, not all the time, many times as a high income earner, our job, our career is requesting or requiring more out of us. That means that I may have to have my phone on me instead of 40 hours a week. I may have to have my phone on me 50 hours a week. I may have to work 55 hours a week. I may have to work 60 hours a week to get that phenomenal income, that number, so that I can continue to live my lifestyle, inflation, so I can continue to have what? My social comparison to those who I think I belong, that group, right? Or to make sure that I'm paying my debt on time. That's right. I'm speaking to someone right now, and I'm telling you it doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. You deserve better than that. You should deserve for yourself to live a long, prosperous, healthy life. That's what you deserve. And not until you start to put your arms around this are you going to be able to live that life that I just described. But first, you got to love yourself. You got to say, no more. Not doing this no more. Nope. I'm going to find a way. I am tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. And Aaron, I got to find a way to organize this stuff so that I can put myself in a position that myself and my family can live our best life. And our best life is not going to be tied to a dollar. It's not going to be tied in to people who don't care about me. It's not going to be tied to people that don't love me. And the reason why they're stumping all over you, because you don't love yourself. You don't enjoy yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you enjoyed yourself? No, I didn't say go spend some money on yourself by taking a trip. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about whenever have you sat down in your quiet place and you've relaxed. You kick your feet up. You may even be doing meditation, whatever it is. And you can sit back and say, man, I love myself. Life is great. The noise around me doesn't bother me. Your blood pressure has gone down. You're feeling great. When was the last time you had that opportunity to feel that way? Have you not felt that way for so long that you don't even know what it feels like? Race, you're running so fast, you're running 24 hours a day, even in your sleep, you're running, and you haven't set back to smell the roses. But you're making six figures. You're knocking down 300K a year. Hmm? Yep. What I'm sharing with you this evening, and I appreciate y'all who are joining Daily Bread Podcast. I appreciate that. And I think that I earned the right to speak to you about this because this is what I do every day. Been doing it for 32 years. I've been helping people make great decisions with their money. This is what I do. But what I am concerned about, I'm concerned that our higher education, and our higher income has not put us where we are or should be in a place where we have the wealth that we deserve so that we can relax and kick back and feel good and smell the roses. Wouldn't it be nice that if you went on a vacation, you went to the place that was important to you, that you really wanted to go, you went, you had the money, you spent it, you didn't get it off a credit card, you paid for it, you didn't have any problem paying for it, it has no interruption in your personal financial life, you're not stressed over it, you come back home and you come back home to you. You come back home to you. You don't come back home to, first of all, I got to get back because I got to do this with my job because they're paying me 300K. I want you to think about that for a moment. I'm not saying don't do your job. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what this conversation is about. It's not about not doing your job. It's about you taking the income that you're earning because of your high opportunity income, much greater than the majority of people in this country. You should be in a position to live a great life, to live your best life. And I'm here to tell you that your best life doesn't equal how much money you can spend. Nope, doesn't. Doesn't. Your best life is your value system. It's your peace of mind, it's your comfortability, it's your less stress, no stress, your independence, your good health, your relationship with your family, your relationship with God. These are all your value system. Your value system. But our economic system, follow me, this economic system we're in right now is not designed to allow you to have the peace of mind that you want to have in your life. That means you have to take it. You have to navigate around it and you have to take it. How about family members or friends? You're a high income earner and there's a need. Someone has a need. The first thing they do is they call you up. Hey, can I borrow? Can you give me? Hmm. Yeah. There are many of us, especially in our community, that have family members and or friends that they know that you're the high income earner. They need your financial help. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say that you should not give the help. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, does giving the help put you in a situation where you're still stressed about money? See, there's ways that you can give. Mhm. You can create a budget for giving to your family. Maybe that will lessen the stress. You can have restrictions on how you give. You can offer a W-9 to help you on your taxes by offering that W-9 to the person that you're giving money to. See, there are many ways that you can do this. Aaron is not saying don't give. What I'm saying is, if you give, you still should be in a position where you feel fantastic. You feel great. You loving you. You enjoying yourself. You deserve it. I'm always excited about sharing ideas and strategies on money. I thought this would be a good time right now under the uh, economic system that we're in right now, in terms of where we are, maybe a recession, maybe not a recession. Individuals who have unfortunately lost their jobs, many of us looking for new employment, um, maybe be fearful somewhat of where the direction of this country is going. You know, I don't have much control over that. And neither do you. You don't have much control over that. But what you do have is you have control over you. I am here to guarantee you that if you build on you and build strategies around you, love you, that high income that you're earning puts you in a place where you would just cannot believe how you would feel. It won't take 6 months, or it won't take 6 months. It's not going to take you a year. It's going to take you some time to do this. It's not speed, it's being patient. Because what we have to do is we have to start thinking different. We have to start learning different. It took me years. It took me years After I left college, it took me some time to really understand that, you know what, Aaron? You don't really love yourself. You're doing everything because someone else told you to do it. You're doing everything that you're doing because someone told you this is what you should do. And I bought into that. I used to worry about how people thought about me. Isn't that something? I used to worry about how people thought about me, even down to the pair of socks that I was wearing. But it took some years for me to manage that, to mature past that, to build the wisdom past that. But oh boy, when I did it, boy, when I did it, that's when my wealth grew. Not only did my wealth grow, but it put me in a position to give six figures away every single year right now to the causes that are important to me. And boy, don't I feel great. It feels wonderful. I want you to continue to tune into Daily Bread Podcast. We're going to keep sharing these stories and these ideas with you. I'm going to have some strategies. I'm going to have some concepts that I'm going to continue to share with you. I'm going to position you to build on your personal wealth. That's right. And most important, it's going to come from someone who has done it, not only from himself or for himself, but also for thousands of other individuals and small businesses. So continue to tune in. We look forward to talking to you next time. God bless you. Remember, you are the most important. You. That's right, you. And as you believe that you're the most important, it would start to shine on you. And once it shines on you, you're going to be able to share and give to others. But you can't give to others until you give to you. God bless you.